Zippy? Wait, no, it can't be Zippy. Look, he's transforming. What the? A cosmic Zippy? Why is he even cosmic? Wait, am I floating? What? I told you I'll make a video on the second game. There's so much more put into Gravity Rush 2, so I don't want to waste any more time on the intro. Just hope you enjoy the video and go drink some water. Did you drink some water yet? Alright, here's Gravity Rush 2.
Gravity Rush 2 came out only for the PS4 in January 2017 worldwide.
Yeah, this time you get to see this game in all its glory.
The game was originally set for a 2016 release, but they delayed it, and then they said, sure, we'll make some free DLC. Apparently, this game had servers which closed down in 2018. I don't know what the servers were used for, but there will never be a time I experienced them, I guess.
In terms of gameplay, not too much has changed.
Gravity Slide is now one button instead of two, but everything feels remotely the same. They made the level up system completely different from the last game, but it's way more amusing to use now. There are a few tweaks here and there just to make the game feel much better. Throwing is much more different in this game, and is now a viable way to attack enemies. The camera isn't as crazy. Movement feels fun, but only because the world design, and everything just feels much better than the last game. The new thing they added in terms of gravity mechanics is the new gravity modes introduced in this game. You have the Lunar style and Jupiter style. Lunar style pretty much puts you in a zero gravity state. You can jump really high, have a crazy horizontal fast fall, and it changes the way you attack. Think about it like the Yakuza fighting system with Lunar being Rush. This mode makes the ultimate attack be the rock throwing one. Jupiter style is the opposite from Lunar as it makes you super heavy. You can barely jump, but if you fall from a high distance, you can break obstacles and cause a shockwave. This mode is so strong, but you wouldn't need to use it unless you're trying to beat a horde of enemies. If we use the Yakuza analogy, this style is the beast mode. And for Cat's ultimate, it's the black hole one.
It's pretty cool seeing how they use different types of gravity to make a feature. Lunar is the moon, so it doesn't have a lot of gravity, while Jupiter is super big, so it has a lot of gravity, compared to the Earth obviously. It's pretty creative, and if there's a third game, I'd love to see how much more creative they can get.
There's one more mode that you get near the end called Panther mode. This mode actually makes you go Goblin mode. Yeah, you are just unbelievably strong, but for a limited time. You can fly by moving the camera the direction you want to go and just move forward. It sounds odd when I explain it, but trust me, it makes sense.
This mode is cool and all, but they really should have called it Goblin mode.
The worlds are so much different from the last game. They are just so much bigger, so much more fun to explore, and to top it all off, it looks much prettier than the last game. Remember though, the last game was originally made for a PS Vita, so there were those limitations. But now that they're working on a much beefier console, this made things much better for them. I love flying from one city on the map to the next. Manholes still exist, but they are much harder to obtain in this game. You have to find them rather than unlocking them. But that almost makes it feel like the developers are telling you to just shift around the whole world they made. The side missions still return, but I still don't really play them. The old world also returns, which is pretty cool to see. It looks much prettier than the last game, but it still has the same structure. Except for one part I don't remember seeing. Ever. Oh wait. This is the place from the end of the last game, isn't it? Overall, the world is much more beautiful and is one of my favorite parts of this game. Did I mention that you can also go above and below the clouds this time? The music in this game is a bit better than the last one. It still doesn't have those bangers that I wish the game could have, but it brought back the song I liked from the last game. But I think there's a song that beats that from this game, and it's Vendecentre. I know it's in the last game, but it sounds so much better this time. It's just such a calming song to listen to. There really isn't much to talk about here, honestly. It has the same style as the last game, and that's about it. Sorry, I really don't know what to say.
Alright, enough dragging this segment, let's move on.
The story does take place after the first game, but apart from certain relationships here and there, You don't really need to know the previous story to understand this one. It starts off with some storm spitting the cast away. Kat and Sid were blown away to an airship type of place. The game starts off with both of you doing some mining. Not too long in the game, Cece, the adoptive daughter to the captain of the airship Lisa, ran away because she got into an argument with Lisa. Once you find her, some Nevi appear and at the moment, Dusty returns to Kat, allowing her to use her gravity powers again.
How convenient.
Now that Kat is able to use her powers, Lisa makes Kat do the mining since she's more capable for the job. After some time mining, you meet Vogo's son, who made a deal with Lisa. He isn't that good of a person, so don't give him any sympathy. Kat has a battle with Vogo's brother and wins obviously. Banga, which is the airship's name, is able to move into Jirga Paralao. From here, you do some tasks around the city, go help some rich and poor people, and then somehow upset the government. Raven was saved at some point and realized that the government is the bad guys in this situation. So you fight them and then Sid and Cece get arrested. You bail out some people from the prison and save those two. And then a giant Nevi monster starts attacking the rich place. After you destroy it, Kat gets teleported back to her original house. It turns out that there was a 3-year gap after she was teleported somehow. The world looks a lot different and now you're an outcast. You meet the new hero and she's the daughter of the mayor. Not even that long after you meet the mayor and his daughter, they immediately reveal that they're evil and the mayor wants to stop time and his sick daughter is Cece and yada yada yada.
In this point of the game, it really feels like they're just throwing stuff at random.
Cece and Raven come in through a portal because, well, Kat was in trouble and stuff, and Raven helps you fight the new hero and stuff. The mayor was caught in 4K and now the citizens turn on him and stuff. Cece turns into an angel with Kali and starts bullying you and Raven. Somehow you both just teleport to another dimension and get the goblin mode power up and now the game becomes easy. Until Kali turns into Majin Android 21, but a little more extra. You beat Kali and she dies, Lisa comes through the rift and then the mayor somehow dies. I don't know what's happening anymore. Like the credits just show him being pierced by a rod somehow.
Like what?
The credits just show that the world is saved and Elias was the one who told Lisa that Kat was in trouble and stuff. But at the end some weird Super Saiyan 3 thing appears and then the end. Except I'm not even sure that this was the end because after the credits you see the Super Saiyan 3 creature just jump away and it looks like you were supposed to chase after it. So I looked at the map and I couldn't find anything about another mission. So I just decided to end it there. I would say this story wasn't that great, but everything else heavily carries the game.
Don't play this game for the story, play it for the experience.
They added so many things in this game for real. There are talismans that you get from breaking ores. When you equip them, it boosts certain stats. I don't really pay attention to this, but it's there for anyone who likes technicality in their game. There is also the option to change the costume you wear by going to the camera mode. Odd that you have to go to the camera mode just to change it, but at least you can change it at any time instead of going to your house. That's probably because, well, Kat's house isn't available from the start. There's also the whole DLC story, Raven's Choice. I don't want to get into this DLC in this video, but if you're interested about it, I may make a video about it someday. I don't know, if I feel like it I will.
Man, it would be so lovely to get a third game. I had much more fun with this game, with how much better the world is, how much better the movement is, and I just enjoyed the game overall. Some things in this game are from the first game, but you don't really have to play the first game to understand what's going on here. I recommend this game to anyone who wants to play a new adventure game because this game is pretty unique. You just have to buy a PlayStation first. Now let me go buy a pet so I could have some gravity powers.